What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. In this video, we are jumping into X-Men issue number 26, continuing on with the Fall of X. If you have not been keeping up with the Invincible Iron Man, I highly recommend that you do so. It has been tying directly into everything that is ongoing, specifically Tony Stark and Emma Frost. The wedding bells have been ringing. Marvel has been talking about this and promoting it for a while. Coming out in the next issue of the Invincible Iron Man issue number 10. That is the big day. That is the wedding day. This issue of X-Men is not going to really focus on the wedding per se, but the build up to the wedding, how it all came to be, but also focusing on what is going on with mutant kind, what is going on with the Hellfire Club, and how Emma Frost is making her plays so that she can still have some kind of ground to hold on to. Because right now, all mutant kind truly cares about is revenge. To make Orcus pay. To make him pay at all costs. This has made way for some very unlikely bedfellows. Individuals like Kingpin, who is the new White King of the Hellfire Club. Now, make sure you guys have subscribed to the channel, make sure that you like this video, and with that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Alright gang, so as we dive into this issue, we are picking up moments after the Hellfire Gala had been attacked, after mutants were murdered. In the sewers, we pick up with Emma Frost and Kingpin. Typhoid Mary had been taken or possibly murdered. Kingpin doesn't know, but his wife, his beloved, is now missing, and Kingpin knows that Orcus is responsible. And he tells Emma Frost that if they haven't already, Orcus is going to move to seize all your considerable assets, resources that they are gonna need for the war effort. And Emma knows this to be true, though she doesn't want to say it. She asks Kingpin for help, and he agrees, saying that her enemies are his enemies. Emma says that they need to move quickly to get the lawyers to the office, and together they can bring this down. But Kingpin says not together. They may have common enemies, but she need not make any mistake. She now works for Kingpin again. This is what takes us to present day. The Hellfire Club back and running. Wilson Fisk, the White King, and nobody dares utter the name Kingpin in his presence. It is the White King or it is nothing else. This is when Emma Frost grabbed Tony Stark while they are sitting here at the Hellfire Club. She is asking Tony about Firestar. She knows that he has somebody on the inside, that if she is the mole, that she needs to know that she is being targeted by a rogue mutant assassin, and if she is not your mole, then Emma Frost will go fetch the urn from the basement. This is where Tony recognizes that he needs to go make a phone call and he needs to do it now. This is what picks us up with SHADOWKAT, currently at the Bloom, because SHADOWKAT is here to kill a traitor. With the alarms going off, Firestar is terrified. Though she may have got the warning, that has not stopped SHADOWKAT from breaking into the facility, as she just cuts down Orcus agents one by one. Not a single one of them even stood a chance. With Firestar locked behind a room, saying that if Kitty is out there that they need to talk, that she has a crazy story to tell her. But SHADOWKAT had phased in from outside to inside. She had phased from space to the inside of this freaking room. Getting kicked in the back of the head, Firestar falls down to the ground, and she tells SHADOWKAT that I have to tell you something that you don't understand. With SHADOWKAT phasing her sword right into the head of Firestar. This is where Firestar, as quickly as she can, tells her everything. Tells her about Jean Grey, tells her about the mission, tells her about being secret and having to work undercover, getting all the information out. And SHADOWKAT pulls the sword out. Though she doesn't stand down, Firestar is saying that this is all true, that Jean made all of this up as she was dying. Telling SHADOWKAT that if you're gonna kill me, maybe I should use the full extent of my power and bring this station crashing down to the planet. That's when SHADOWKAT takes off her mask and tells her, are you kidding me? That is the most Jean story that I have ever heard in all of my lives. The last punch she did was just for appearances. Gotta make it look good like Firestar got her butt kicked. But Firestar wants to know who else survived the massacre. At this point, SHADOWKAT doesn't know. But if she did, she wouldn't tell her anyway. Everything right now is on strict need to know. But this isn't about trust. It's about running an effective resistance. The less people that know, the better. And Firestar's okay with this, saying, you know what, fine. But at least tell the others who want to come after me that I'm on your side. And SHADOWKAT, she chuckles a little and says absolutely not. That it's good for your cover to fight us every once in a while. But SHADOWKAT does let her in on a little secret. To know her truth. That SHADOWKAT can kill her at any time. So don't get any ideas about playing both sides. This is where SHADOWKAT shows her that she is able to use the portal still. Asking how that is possible, SHADOWKAT says that it doesn't matter, considering having to defend yourself as your danger room trials. To make the most of Jean's sacrifice, get us the intel that we need, and disrupt whatever you can. This is what takes us to the alley behind the Hellfire Club. SHADOWKAT meeting up with Emma Frost, telling Emma that it didn't happen, that Firestar is still alive. But they have yet to find out where Scott is. It has been weeks, and Emma Frost says that they gotta find him. That if she's leaving the relative safety of this cover and driving off a cliff with SHADOWKAT, if they are dedicating themselves to revenge, she needs to know that Scott is sorted out. That Stark has been paid back for his kindness. He got what he needed. The Kingpin can help him the rest of the way because right now he is desperate for a new suit. As she goes ready to go inside and let Tony know that she's leaving, SHADOWKAT says that they're gonna make a good team because between the two of them, there isn't a single person that they can't kill. When she goes back inside, she sees the faces of those that caused the mutant massacre. Emma Frost has been dreaming of revenge. She looked forward to ending Dr. Stasis's life. And then Fei Long, the man standing right before her, as she gets ready to take off her ring and take out Fei Long right here, right now. That's where Tony Stark grabs her by the arm. He takes her into the back room, and he says that you gotta hear me out, that he is making progress on his new design, but Fei Long has information in his head that he needs, that they've gotta do this the right way. If Emma goes out there and wipes his mind, that will only prolong the war. And if she takes off that ring, the Sentinels will be at the door in moments. But she tells him that you gotta get out of my way or I'm going to make you, as she knees him right in the groin. That's when Fei Long walks into the room, telling Stark that he's bored, asking where he keeps the good liquor. What Fei Long walks in on, what he sees, is Tony bent down holding a ring, asking if Tony is about to marry the Help. Tony says that I'm trying to, that if she would do me the honor, and Tony asks Emma Frost to marry him. Telepathically communicating with SHADOWKAT waiting in the alley, saying that something came up and that she's sorry. And all SHADOWKAT has to say in reply is me too. And that will be the end of this issue. The story going to be continued in the Invincible Iron Man issue number 10. Well, now we see it. Now we understand why Emma and Iron Man are gonna be getting married. A complete accident. It's not because they love each other, it's not out of convenience, it is literally because of the optics. In the heat of the moment, Tony didn't know what else to do. He had a ring in his hand, he was bent down on his knee, and Fei Long walks in asking, "What the heck are you doing?" Ensuring that he is keeping his cover, he made up all of this. Made up the idea that the two of them are gonna be married. At least that's what it's perceiving to look like. In Tony's attempt to try and stop Emma from taking out Fei Long right then and there, the two of them got into a scuffle, only for Fei Long to walk in and catch the whole thing. It's actually very comical. Tony having to think on his feet quick in that moment. It's the perfect ploy. But now Emma Frost can't go out there and start murdering people with SHADOWKAT. Now she's got to stay close to Tony, because it would be very odd if his now fiancé would just disappear right after being engaged. But I think the most interesting part of this comic, besides the whole, Tony and Emma getting married, I find the most interesting thing is Wilson Fisk. Because we saw that he was run out of town. Daredevil ensured that he left. Kingpin only returned after going to the mutants and asking for some kind of safe haven, asking for amnesty. And because of Mary, this was granted. But now we're seeing that he is amassing power yet again. No longer the Kingpin, he is the White King. And he is making ploys to stay in power. He even told Emma Frost that we're not working together. You are working for me again. Now, Emma Frost, she's gonna be okay with this for now, but when she gets the opportunity, there is no doubt in my mind that Wilson Fisk is gonna be handled by Emma Frost. It is interesting though, Wilson Fisk using this as an opportunity, and we have seen that a lot. Sebastian Shaw, Wilson Fisk, the people that are the opportunists, they are using this to the fullest extent, trying to give themselves more power with the downfall of mutant kind. But while individuals like this try to gain power, mutant kind has had power ripped away from them. So you have individuals like SHADOWKAT and Emma Frost. They have nothing to lose. They only have their lives. And they are more than willing to sacrifice those lives if it means getting revenge on the people that hurt them. When you back a dog into a corner, it is going to bite. It is going to lash out. And that is exactly what Orchis has done to mutant kind. From Charles Xavier to SHADOWKAT, the kill no humans rule is far off the board. Even Charles Xavier is ripping people apart, literally beheading people with his mind. And so while Emma Frost and Tony are gonna get married just out of optics, it's gonna be interesting to see where that goes. Will they actually fall in love, or will this marriage end once they have their revenge? I, for one, kinda hope they stay together. Emma Frost is a powerhouse. Tony is just as equivalent. The two of them together, they are an unstoppable force. But let me know your thoughts, let me know your theories, if you would like to get completely caught up on everything that has been going on with these stories. Check out the link in my description as well as the top of this video. It is gonna get you completely caught up on everything that is going on with both the X-Men and Iron Man. If you would like to support the channel, you can do so by joining the channel membership. Much like Patreon, having multiple different tiers, from $1 to $50, from loyalty badges to comics every single month. Not only are you helping out the channel tremendously, but you are getting tons of perks in the process. Now, if you're unable to do that, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, like this video, hit that notification bell, and with that being said, until the next breakdown.